All right. So, name of the group, Bollinger Momentum Traders. Okay. Uh, Over here, I was looking at DIA, which is the Dow Jones. This is an options contracts, right? So, uh, came over to the chart. I saw all of this chop over here, chop, 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 move down, move up, and then we are back below the Bollinger Bands right here. Looking at pressure, pressure push down, right? And then we had buyers step in, push the market back up during pre-market or during the London session. That's 5 a.m. my time, Central Time. So 6 a.m. New York. And then we had consolidation right here as well. So then if we drop down 30-minute, this is still holding. 15-minute, I'll just get rid of that. Okay. So 15 minutes still holding. And then at the open, we had a break with volume, right? Break of the box, break of consolidation to the downside with volume. Okay. So then if we go to the 5 minute, here's that same move right here. We got a wick on the 5 minute. Uh, and so then push down, push back up. And this is my exit because it's on the opposite side of the bands. So that's my exit for price to then reject and use me as liquidity and then continue to fall and hit my TP, as well as continue all the way down to hit for over 100% on the contract. I think it was like 120% on the contract, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I can find that. So I got in at $1.67. The high was 350, so that's 110% on the contract. Uh, and if we look at this one, so this was the contract itself, 166, 167, currently at 270, right? 270 up here. And then if we look here at the high, 350, right? So it went up as high as 350. I say 353. So we can make an adjustment on that. Say 353. So 111% on that contract when it dropped down here. All right. So this move right here that I was anticipating was only for $181. And so we go here looking at $382, right? And if that contract was 167, let's see, 167 times two, that's 334. So it went beyond that. Um, and if we do the percentage, 167 times that's 185.37. And if we go back over here, this is 382. So initially, what I was looking for was this 181. All right. Go to 1 minute. And so again, consolidation is holding, breaks out of the consolidation right here. This is my entry on the 1 minute at 833. Let's see. So at the close of the 833 candle, make that bigger. Close of the 833 candle, 834 was the entry, right? So right here, 833 is the time. So at the close of that, we go into 834. That's my entry. So I can move that over one. All right. And then what happened? We went into profit a little bit right here. We got as much as $61 in profit. And then it uh, went against us into drawdown, came back, created this small little, what do I want to say? Created uh, higher low and then broke structure here to the upside. And then that was my exit right there once it hit my stop loss. Then continue going up, turned around, and then came back below Bollinger Band and continued falling, staying on the outside of the Bollinger Band. It tapped the underside, kept falling, kept falling, kept falling, kept falling until it crossed back inside here. But as you see, it hit my TP, or it would have hit my TP if I didn't have my stop there. But it's always a smart decision to trade with a stop loss as opposed to trading without a stop loss. And then price just kept falling, falling, falling. Didn't cross back on the other side of the Bollinger Band, and so it kept falling all the way down to here. 489.01. Let's see what the low is on that. The low is 4. So I'm looking over here in this area right here. And so that is 488.99. So 1 cent below 489, right? 1 cent below 489 on that. And the contract that I was in was the 489 put. So again, the way I choose my strike selection is I'll go based on my account size, the cash value of the account, and then I'm looking for 10% or below. And so that's what allows me to choose my strike selection. It's typically around a 0.3 delta, so a 30 delta, whether it's going for the call or for the put. So it doesn't matter what side I'm looking to trade on, whether I'm bullish or bearish. But if I stick to a 0.3 delta or a 30 delta, it typically puts me around that 10% of my cash value for my account. And so if I'm below that, cool. That gives me an opportunity to scale in. If I'm above it, I'm typically trying to find right around that 30 delta. And so, like I say again, that gives me about 10% on the account. And that is my trade for today. I'm waiting for my Kinfo to update at the end of the day, and then I'll take a screenshot of that, and I will take a screenshot of it, and then I'll add it over here into the Discord. So earlier, this was the trade, and so we'll go back here. You see the market. What I say, the market used me as liquidity this morning, and then my options contract went in my direction for over 100% gain. That's why I put it on my watch list to see what they do once I exit the trade, right? And then these are just the alerts that I get from Robinhood. This is when I entered the trade, 8:34. This was 9:21. I got a notification that it lost more than 20%. And then I went ahead and exited the trade at 9:21 as well. And so then at 10:20, I got an alert because I had it on my watch list that it had gained more than 20%. And so then I went back in and checked it, and it was like around here somewhere. Like I think this counter right here had just closed. And so it said that it was around 20% gain. And so then again, it kept falling, falling. This white broken line is my 4 hour level, key level for the 4 hour. And so it came down and it hit that level. You also see that I have my pre-market low marked, my pre-market high, my previous day level. In this case, this was the previous day low that I marked out as well. And then this red box was the London 1 hour ORB. And so typically, if price is below the London 1 hour ORB, by the time market open, typically it's going to be a day of selling. And so that's another reason, another confluence of why I sold, along with the Bollinger strategy of being below at the open and taking that trade to the downside. Went back in, tapped the London 1 hour ORB, and then it rejected, and it just basically started fading to the 4 hour level that I had perfectly to that 4 hour level. Then it hit and then kind of bounced off of it and bounced back up. And so current market, we're looking at right here. Price came down, came down, came down, hit that 4 hour level, bounced off of it, and then again fell to continue lower. At that point, it fell to go lower at that point, and so let's see, fell to swing down, right? So it failed to go lower, failed to swing down, and then it bounced off of that. And then it started consolidating again, at which point it's now just kind of stuck in this range uh, as of right now. And so I'm typically Central Standard Time. I'm typically looking at the markets from uh, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. So this 4 hour level got hit at 11:08. Perfect timing, right? And so all of this that happens afterwards, I typically don't see any of that stuff because I'm out of the market anyway. So that's my recap for my trade for today. All right. That's the strategy. Have a good one. Peace.